Today we're going to dig into this 1999 Chevy Silverado 4x4. Unfortunately, the oil pump or oil seal or something in that area went bad because it's got the old lifter tickety-tack-tack. Right after I started up, it loses all the oil pressure. So I have no idea what I'm doing here, so we're just going to go ahead and do the right thing and dig right into this. I'm going to give you guys a quick little walk around what we're dealing with here. She's got a 4.8 in her. I just bought this truck here a little while ago. It had a wiring issue, and it came from a fleet where they delivered parts for a company, and she's got really low miles on it. You know, any of those trucks that come from them got low miles, so she just barely broke in. I don't remember exactly what it is. Yeah, 324,000 miles. So yeah, it's just barely broke in. What brings me in today is low oil pressure. She was running great. I let her fire up in the morning to warm up. I came out there, I was hearing the lifters. I knew right away she wasn't getting no oil pressure. Gauge was reading really low, barely anything. The light was on for low oil pressure, so that was a dead giveaway. I got an issue here, so we're gonna go ahead and dig into this thing today and see if we can get it fixed. All this stuff up here is gonna have to come off, so we'll get her lifted up on the hoist and get the antifreeze and the oil all drained, and I guess we'll come back to this and start taking the stuff off the top here and get us some room and see what kind of battle we need to go up against down in there. So I went ahead and ordered this kit off of, I believe it was Amazon. I don't know. Could have been the Google website. Not sure. It came in a whole kit to replace the oil pump, the oil pan gasket, water pump gasket, front seal. Well, let me show you what you guys are going to be up against if you want to do this on a four-wheel drive. She looks like it's going to be a little more chore on this than a two-wheel drive unit. It's like we're going to have to go ahead and pull this cross member, drop the oil pan. Now, if you guys ain't got one of these lights yet, I suggest getting one. They're only like 20 bucks. They're all over the internet right now. They're LEDs. They're flexible. I love it. I use them all the time. So what I did here is there's a drain plug right above that frame rail. Perfect spot just for it to run all over the place. Can't catch none of it. But we'll let it drain here for a minute and then we'll come right back to it. Well, while this antifreeze is draining, we might as well go ahead and pull this cross member here. Looks like it's got 4 bolts on it. And they're 18 M&Ms. we're gonna have to drop this front transaxle down, if I can talk. So it looks like that oil pan's gonna be a little too close to that up there. So I guess we can work on dropping that thing down. So I'll just take those two bolts out there, pull the sensors. We got a bolt through there with the bushing. And looks like we got one up front there. Let's see if you guys can see it. Right up in there. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of pulling it all the way down, I have to pull the CV axles. I think I might try to use some ratchet straps or something where I could just let it down a little bit, or use my twist stand and just let it settle down on that. Because I'm going to have to lower the vehicle back down to get to the top part to start pulling the radiator shroud and all the hoses and the water pump and all that stuff up there. Get that all dropped down now. I think we might have enough room once we get that oil pan loose that it'll scooch on by there. I think it'll be alright. Alright, so I'll show you where we're at now. So, up here in the front, so we can get here where you guys can see, there's this plastic wire loom cover. Just so you guys know, there's a 10mm bolt that goes in the side of this that holds that on, and then you can just pull it off to the side and pull it right out. Don't do like I did and just try to pry on it, and then you notice there's a 10mm bolt holding it in. Also, up in here that hold the tranny cooler lines, there is a 10mm bolt that holds that on right up in there. And then this oil sensor plugs in there. You come in through the top with a little hook and just pop that clip, pluck her right out of there. See, a lot of people say these O-rings right here go bad, and I don't know, looks like it, I don't know, what do you guys think? Oh, it feels loose in there. finally got the dampener off from down there. 3 hours and 45 minutes later. Wasn't too bad. But should have went and bought the puller for the balancer, dampener, whatever you guys want to call it. Pulley. I used just a 8-inch puller on it. It ended up working, but man, I had to fight it. I'd suggest to go and buy the actual puller for it. Next step, taking the timing cover off. Pull this pickup tube down. There's only 3 bolts on it. One right there, one right up there, then one up there in the front. Go ahead and pull that off. Set that over here. Let's go ahead and pull this oil pump off. There we go. Imagine a guy should probably go ahead and change the timing set while we're in here, but I'm not gonna do that. Probably should, probably regret it. Alright, I got the mounting surface all cleaned up, shined up. Just used a Brillo pad and a little Scotch Brite pad and some brake clean and cleaned her all up. Got the new oil pump set on there. Go ahead and get the bolt started here. And I believe these are torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, I went ahead and torqued those 4 bolts down to 18 foot-pounds, and then what I did first is I put the pickup tube on this side first. There's a little O-ring I should have showed you guys, but there's a O-ring on there. I greased it up good, got that all seated up in there, and then I just snugged down this bolt lightly, and then I came around here and put these up in the places they were supposed to go second, because when I was trying to do it all at once, I kept on wanting to pop that front side out. So it just seemed to work better is snug that up first, get that pushed up in there by hand, and then snug that front bolt up. What I'm going to do here is just drive this front seal in. Went through the socket drawer. Grabbed the closest socket I could get that was just a little bit smaller than the front seal there. I'm going to go ahead and just drive that in with it. right down to the lip there. The shop line wants to go outside. You want to go outside? So I like to take a little bit of this, spray a gasket, just put a little mist. It don't take much, just a real little mist here. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but I like to do it because it helps hold that into place. Helps hold it into place there and less likely to drop it off in the dirt, so. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and install this harmonic balancer installer. It's just a little kit here. You can get it from O'Reilly's or wherever. Just a threaded shaft. It's got a little ball bearing in it, and then that nut right there runs down that shaft, threaded shaft, to drive the balancer in square. So you're not trying to use the factory bolt and stretch the threads or whatnot. And I did spray up the seal with some lithium grease, and we'll also do the same thing on the balancer. Go ahead and clean that up a little bit with some Scotch pad. Make sure there ain't no lip right there, because if you get a lip that you can feel with your fingernail, it'll probably end up leaking. Go ahead and spray a little bit of lithium grease on there. Okay, I'm gonna have to set this down. So there's 4 spots. You need to put a little dab of silicone where the front and the rear cover meet up to each other. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there to see that one, but right up there in those front corners, you guys will see it when you're doing it. There's a little bit of silicone on there. These are supposed to be torqued at 18 foot-pounds. I got an extension on there, so I got it up just a little bit higher due to the lack of the loss of torque. But she should be pretty close to the 18. We're supposed to do this in a crisscross pattern. Well, I think we got her all buttoned up here. Got the front transfer case all bolted back up. Oil pan torqued down. Cross member put back in, oil filter put back in, transmission bolts in. Now we'll start reassembling the front. Put the radiator hoses back on, the fan, the shroud. We'll bring her on down. Well guys, I think we got her all buttoned up. I need to top off the antifreeze a little bit, but let's go ahead and see what she'll do. See if we got oil pressure. Oh, look at that. Right away, too. Wow. Nice. Well, I'm gonna let her run here a little bit. Try to get this coolant circulating. Make sure I don't get any leaks other than what I spilled all over. Not pouring oil out yet. So that's a good sign. Well, I think we did the job, guys. I think I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Comment below if you seen anything that you didn't like or I could have done differently. This is my first time doing it here, so it's a learning experience for myself. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good new year.